Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Juba National Stadium. It is, of course, the second day for the South Sudan Cup, proudly brought to you by Zain South Sudan. And, of course, an amazing encounter between representatives from the newly sub-local FA yesterday. Had a 5-goal thriller victory over St. Mary's, who were up here representing, that is, Terekeka, of course, the sub-local FA and the Juba Local Football Association. Today is one that promises another exciting football right here at the heart of the capital, where we shall have representatives from Mundri in the names of Ngulawa up against Jau City of Pariang. And yes, we will basically get into those statistics on who was where in terms of performances and how they got here, plus a full commentary right here between myself and my brother Emalex, who will be doing the analysis right here from wherever part of the world you are watching from. I'm saying thank you so very much for taking the leap of faith to be able to catch this action from us. Don't you forget, you need yourself a Zain SIM card to be able to operate and subscribe to cheap data packages that will help you live stream most of these games. Trust me, you need that Zain SIM card because Zain is nothing short of a wonderful world. Now, Emalex, we will be looking at the starting 11s just in a bit. Before we look at all of that, what do you think about this very particular game and the two teams in particular?
All right, thank you so much, the Disco. It's really going to be one of the biggest game. We all saw the game of yesterday between Kalvanika and Santumiri FC of Terkeka. It was one of entertaining game, perhaps in the playing of. And we are here to witness two games today, or two teams battling each other today. And we have never witnessed them one day like playing. But for Ngulua from Mundri, they have ever been here for the South Sudan National Cup. That was in 2021-2022. So they did great. They went up to the quarterfinals when they were eliminated. So this will be their second time being participating in that the South Sudan National Cup. We hope to see the best from the first half of the game. According to me, we are yet to see the display, but from the look of things, the way how the players are looking physically fit, all of them looks to be like they were very ready, they were well prepared. Ngulwa, the other side, were motivated by the government of Mundri County under Western Equatorial State. I think it's really going to be a good game. In the other side, a team in the name of Young City coming all the way from Pariang. I think it is also one of a theme that we need to look really on how they are going to. They look very smart. In even looking at their players looks like they are very fit and ready for the tournament. This is the first time for them representing the sub-local FA under wing, and I think it is really going to be one of the biggest games to watch.
Well, of course, a whistle blown right there, and action is underway. Just like I said, I get yourself a Zain SIM card for you to be able to have all the communications. You can make calls at the cheapest rate and be able to enjoy surfing the internet at the cheapest rates possible as well. Let's get into the action. Yes, of course, the ball is rolling to the area. It's a long shot right there, but of course, got inches wide. It's going to be the first goal kick of the game. Yes, this is what you should expect. It is the Zain South Sudan Cup. Action packed to capacity, to the brim, I would say, because each and every single team carries not only the weight of its name, but of course the name of its sub-local FA or the local FA. Now here could be an attack launched by, of course, Ngulawa, but of course well protected and trying to get it off the danger zone. That is the team right there, Jau City, trying to do their magic, but of course it's dispossessed right away and trying to get out of the danger zone. Beats 1-2, and of course has a little bit of space to settle and pass the ball around. It's a long counter. Can they get the ball before they open it? Well, that could be a very long stretch. Goes out of play, throw in. Here's let's look at some of the players that are starting for both of the teams. For that is Jau City. They have, of course, between the sticks, Daniel Duang down in shot number 1. They have players like Lual Garang. They have Deng Await. They have Zikia Akuna. They have Mangun Mum. They have Mawien Geo. They have Kumbonyaki, Christo, doing shot number 11 right about there. Paulinho Anyek Chol. They have Mayath Matai, Francis Thorn. They have Kir Jonglwal, Marco Machol, and Naji Hamdan. Down in shot number 9, looking for the goals right about there. As first 90 seconds, of course, a long, of course, counter and an attempt on goal. Did not yield any fruits, but of course, that right there promises to be, of course, an attacking game overall.
Yes, Ashira, when you look at the game itself alone, both teams have started really in a high gear, both Ngulua, and that is one team all the way in the name of John City. And I think this is going to be one of the game that is going to be full of attacking, because when you look at both sides, they are really looking physically a team that is looking for a goal. And Ngulua also in the other side, they have not yet get any chance, but when you look at the team in the name of Ajang City, they have already gotten one chance, but I really feel like there's something that is going to happen into this game.
But of course, getting into the opposition half, they are forced to get back into their very own half. But of course, passing the ball down the left flank, and not so very much to do with it, as they are a couple of inches off. That is the center circle. Here, they try to break into the opposition half and taken away quickly. It's a long pass down the left, goes all the way begging. It's a throw in for Jau City. Throw in, taken quickly. And of course, try to dispossess, but it's kept at bay. Goes out of play. Another throw in. It's a long one trying to get into the opposition half. An acrobatic clearance right there. Gets the ball out of the designated area. Another throw in. Proper defending right there for, that is, Jau City. Trying to make sure that they keep their area safe. Well, yesterday, a Shadrach of Kalvanik FC made history, scored within the first 30 seconds of the game, which of course eventually led to the team claiming results, which of course went their way, winning it by 3-2. But yes, let's look at these very particular teams, Jau City and Ngulawa, on who is going to take that is an advantage to the second leg of these pre-qualifiers. We call it a pre-elimination round before getting into the first round of the games, most of whom might be played at the Blue Technical Center, as the South Sudan Premier League returns in about 48 hours. Long clearance for, that is, Jau City. Taken away out of the play. Throw in for Jau City. Well, an offside call from the assistant referee. It's going to be a restart to the game by Jau City of Pariang. A goalkeeper, that is Daniel Duang, with a long delivery. Cleared, but not very far. Here comes the representative of Mundre. They get it off the danger zone. It's a long one into the area right there. What can they do? Quick response, clearance. Well, of course, Ataso in the middle of the pitch. Another attack right here. It's a long one into the area. Goes all the way. That's going to be a goal kick. Ngula will have a throw in just on the right side of the pitch, doing on white and black. And of course, here is a counter. Disposes quickly. Of course, the number 10, that is John Balish Jackson, was the man trying to get the action for the Mundi Bay side. Now here comes an opportunity for, that is Jausi to break, but of course quickly dislodged. And of course, here comes now Jausi trying to launch an attack down the left. Opportunity to cross, an offside call from the first assistant referee. Clear and crystal right from where I am seated. It's going to be a restart to the game. That is for Ngulawa. Now, I think that was a little bit an offside call. Very obvious, practically, because it was very, very far from where the defenders were I don't know how he failed to mark himself.
Yeah, I think the referee really take a very good decision when you look into that the offside decision. It was really a good one, and it was really a clear offside for the team in the name of Angola. Because when you look at the player himself, he was clearly far away from the defenders of that's a team in the name of Jao City, and I think if they continue pressing like that, we might be seeing something happening today into this game, maybe into the first 45 minutes of the first half.
Of course, getting on ball, concentrating around the center half, and of course, I'm thinking maybe the team that might come on top would be one that wins the battle in the middle of the pitch. That is in regards to the midfield. It's going to be a free kick for Mulawa. I would think this is a place where they should be able to look at those heads that are not afraid for duels, and those heads that do not have the eyes blinking and closing while heading, because this could be an opportunity for them to break the deadlock right here at the Juba National Stadium. Second game of the Zain Sudan Cup. Here comes the delivery. It's a beautiful one, taken away by the goalkeeper. That is Daniel Duang. Takes a long one. This could be a hard chase right here, taken away by the goal by the defender. It's going to be a throw in for that is the Mundi-based club, and Mulawa. It's taken quick. What can he do? Can he cross that ball? Beautifully tackled right there. And Mulawa trying to use the right flank, but of course that is yet to yield fruits. Well, they start trying to build from the back. Could be a little bit dangerous, but of course it's taken care of. Jao City trying to break from the back. At least a little bit of stabilization in that very particular build-up. And of course a beautiful delivery was sent into the area by Deng Await, but of course who was properly handled by that defense of the Mundri champions. I'm talking about Mulawa. Taken away for Jao City. Here is an opportunity for Jao to break into the area, properly defended. It's blocked here and there. No way it took it into the danger zone. And yes, it's still a tussle. Finally, the referee calls it a goal kick right there for Mulawa. I started quickly trying to replicate what Jao City did, building from the back. Beautiful pass right there, slits it into the middle of the park. Just supposed to place an opportunity, but of course it deflected. Goes down. Jao City with possession. 3 players up front. Deflected, but of course it's all to fight for. It's a long one right there. 1 against 3. Can Jao City get that from danger zone? Not quite. And of course, as the referee swings into action, says that is going to be a foul. Finally, referee gets into it and makes the call.
Yeah, and definitely that was a very good defense by that is the Jaze number 3 of that is one team in name of Jao, that is Zakaria, and to me perhaps it was also a good move from that is one player in the name of Emmanuel Emma from that is one team in the name of Ngulua FC all the way from Mundre. When you look into clearly into this past 15 minutes of the game, you really look into both sides are trying to press hard and harder to make sure that at least none of them should not at least concede, or none of them should score a goal against the other. But all in all, their defense are really trying to do a good. Look at the commands of the team captain of Ngulua FC in the name of that is Alison Godfrey. I think he's really trying to do a great work putting on jersey number 11. Someone might surprise that a defender putting on jersey number 11 how, but that's the jersey number that he chose to put on, and perhaps it might be a good one for them defensive wise. They are very okay.
There's an opportunity to get taken away by the goalkeeper. Quick reaction right there, but of course a beautiful move for Murawa. Second time they come this very close to breaking the deadlock. But of course, yes, Jao City a little bit composed right from the back. It's a long one into the area. Taken out of play. throw in for Jao City. Jao, of course, you think they're trying to do more of the counter attack. Meanwhile, Ngulawa, you know, specializing in build-ups and counters. Just like I stated, trying to build from the back, passing the ball 1-2, opening up and trying to utilize the tiny spaces. How long they'll keep doing that is what I do not know. But you definitely have to appreciate that is basically beautiful football from the Mudri side. Beautifully done right there. Beats 1, beats 2. It's pulled down. But of course, free kick is awarded to Ngulawa FC. On a regular day, you should expect a yellow card to fly after that. But yes, the Jao City midfielder should be a very lucky person. That is Paulino Anyek Chol. Lucky he is. He walks away scot-free. Here comes a long delivery for the free kick. Not out of bound. Can he couldn't play? He fails to do that. It's going to be a goal kick for Jao City. MLX, I've noticed something very unusual, and I think it's beautiful. Since the start of the Sudan Cup yesterday, I've seen fans from up country. We had fans from, of course, Nimule yesterday. We had fans from Terkeka, and I've seen much the same thing today from Mundri and Pariang. I'm seeing they have flags. And, it's a little bit unique and very fun as opposed to what happens when teams from Juba are playing.
I think it's really a good one because if fans can move from their destination and their places to come and watch their teams, I think this is a kind of a motive to the players and to the team administration itself. And perhaps this also will be a good one for that is the federation when we are trying to organize such a tournament that brings people from various places to come and watch their teams, more especially in Juba. We have ever been seeing that happening in other countries, in other places, and now this is the same thing that we are seeing from here. You might say that maybe these are fans that are based just in Juba, but most of them are all fans that are traveling all the way from the places where the teams are basing and coming in to the capital, that is Juba, to watch their teams. I think it's a good representation and it's a good one to come and motivate these players so that they should know that they are not left alone and they can be able to deliver the good result that they are looking for.
Of course, Zain South Sudan Cup, bringing people from all walks of life to the heart of South Sudan football. I'm talking about Juba. Somebody would say, why would you say that? Well, this is the administrative capital where literally all the big tournaments and matches are played. This is where South Sudan hosts its international matches. So you think this is where it all begins from. Well, here comes Jao City trying to break from their own yard. It's a long one right there. A chase down the left flank. It's 1-on-1. Can he keep it in play? He's brought down. Referee says, put it down. That's going to be a free kick for Jao City.
And that was really a good one from that's one player in the name of Justin Akiri, who is putting on jersey number 2 for that is team Angolua FC. By bringing in because when you look at the pressure itself alone, it wasn't all that easy in the side of Angolua. Perhaps if Polino was to go with that ball, I think it was going to be too dangerous for the defensive line of that is Angolua, because it was just at the edge of the 18-meter box. That to me, I think that will have been maybe perhaps the first chance for the team.
Well, here comes a free kick here. Long delivery. Cleared away from danger area. Not very far opportunity. First goal of the game. Beautifully utilized on the set piece. The first attempt wasn't successful, but the rebound controlled it and sent it behind the goalkeeper. And Jao City have the lead up against that is Mura FC of Mundri. What a strike that was.
I think it was a poor defensive from that team Angolua, and it was just a good shot from that is Lual Garanga putting at that team in the name of Jao City at the leader. I think it's really a good one for them. It's time now for them to do what they are good at. If they can be able to defend this one goal up to the end of the first half of the game, I think it might be good. And it was poorly defended by that is none other than the jersey number 2 of that is a theme in the name of Angulua, that is Justin, and perhaps the defenders were not all that ready to clear the ball from the edge of the free kick.
Well, of course, rough 2 minutes for Justin right there. He committed the foul. Couldn't really put his full efforts into defending, and of course, gave Lual George space to send a missile past the goalkeeper. Jau City 1-0 up, and of course, half possession just at the left back flank. They're now forcing Ngulawa to sit deep, trying to attack still on the left flank. That is Jau City, but dispossessed real quick. Now here's an opportunity for Ngulawa to launch a counter of their own down the right. This could be an opportunity for them to get leveled, but of course, beautifully defended right there, and that's going to be a goal kick for Jau City. Well, of course, putting his height into proper use, and of course, making sure that his opponent does not go into causing issues. Kumbonyaki Cristo has done it quite well on the left. So far, so good for Jau City. The goalkeeper, that is Daniel Duang, launches a long one. 3 against 2. This could be dangerous yet again for Ngulawa. Opportunity for Jau City. Pull the goalkeeper. Goal! What referee says it is not a goal. The assistant referee says there was an infringement, and that is going to be an offside call. It means we are back to the 1-0 score line.
I think indeed it was a mistake that was done by Kumbayeki. Kumbayeki Cristo will have not make any touch on that ball. Perhaps it was a clean goal if the ball was just to remain from that is Nyaga who tapped the ball. That is jersey number 9 for Jao. But Kumbayeki going on to finish the ball, and then I think that is the reason why the assistant referee has to say that no, this one we can't allow it. We can't allow it. So I think it's really a very good chance that was created by Jao. And now one thing in the name of Angulua United need really to open their eyes. The way out they are defending, I think it is not all that quite okay with that the goalkeeper.
And Naji Hamdan should have gotten himself on the score sheet. A beautiful run from the number 9. But of course, all his efforts are brought down the drain by his teammate, that is Kobonyaki, having had a touch on the ball before landing at the back of the net. But yes, that should tell you something, that Jau City are not here to play. They're here for maximum results. And of course, they have touched the back of the net twice. Once that is officially registered, and once cancelled for an offside right there. Now here comes Ngulawa, dispossessed, but goes to play throw in. Ngulawa looking porous at the back, but of course very bright run that is on the flanks. That should tell you that there's a lot of work needed to be done. Here comes now Jau City. Could they launch another counter? Dispossessed, but of course procrastinating for far too long has costed that. But of course that was an opportunity to get the ball into the final third. Here comes Ngulawa. What can they do? Passes the ball here and there, and it's taken away. Luckily, possession is reclaimed by, of course, John Balish. Here comes an opportunity for the Mundri champions. He is brought down. The referee says, play on, nothing to complain about. Goalkeeper Daniel Duang claims it for Jau City. Sleeves on the ball. Hamdan swings into action. Wins possession. It's a long chase down the right. But of course, it's out of play. Throw in for Jau City. I think defensively, Ngulawa have a mountain to climb. In as much as they're looking so very good and scary on the flanks and up front, without proper defense, they might as well score but still concede.
It's really one of the biggest problem that we are trying to see now with a team in the name of Angulua FC. At the start of the game, it looks to be like their defense was all that okay, but now currently we have already started seeing the weakness of their defensive line. Their defensive line is too shaky. Perhaps in the midfield they are okay, from the flank they are okay, up front they are okay, but the problem is the defensive line. Perhaps if they are not going to work on it and settle, and it is really going to be a problem for them. Jawang is doing a great in that defensive. They are doing great. Though they are not all that okay in that the midfield. And the flank, I think they are still in the best position to deliver whatever that they can deliver in this game.
Well, throw in for Ngulawa. Jau City just trying to make sure that they utilize every single opportunity that comes away. Beautifully executed pass right there from the central defender for Ngulawa City. Finds his teammate on the flank. Of course, his efforts are put to rest as Jau City put the ball out of play. Now here's an opportunity for oh my goodness, Ngulawa should have had that at the back of the net. Now here comes Jau City, who are trying to launch a counter of their own. 3 against 3. Opportunity to make it 2. Can he shoot? He beats 1, beats 2. Beats another one. Can he shoot? That is a poorly done right there. Jau City should have been 2 up, but he has messed it. And of course, Ngulawa is now launching a counter of their own. Passes it down to the right. And beautifully defended right there by the long-legged defender, who is doing quite amazing right there. He's running into the final third, passes the ball, but of course taken away by Ngulawa. Alex reminiscing on that opportunity. I mean, on a regular day, you expect him to shoot on the first control.
I think that's the only thing that he did. He had all the opportunity, he had all the chances of putting the ball at the back of the net, but he decided to delay a lot with the ball, and perhaps he's going to regret after the game today with all what he has caused. Perhaps now they all have been like 2 goals up against Angulua, but all in all, he decided just to waste all the chances.
Well, here's an opportunity for Jau City. Send the ball into the area, but of course cleared from the danger zone. But they still reclaim possession. Still on the right flank. What can they do? Another cross right there. Punch in. Can they finish it? The acrobatics is a very poor one. But I think Jau City are really messing up with the opportunities. Ngulawa, on the other hand, are really opening up at the back, and that is a dangerous thing to do.
And I think that Okorobathik, it seems like maybe he sent someone to go and buy it for him from a Konyo market because it was really poorly taken by him. And perhaps if it was to be a player who really know what to do and who really know how to take Okorobathik, I think it would have been a very good one. But Kumbayaki was not all that the best person for that. I've seen some good display from that is Jaze number 8 of that is Jau City, and the name of that is Francis Atonj. He's really trying to deliver a good service in that at the park of the midfield of a team in the name of Joang, but it's all about the understanding in between him and his counterpart. I think he's really a good player to watch in this game.
Well, of course, a shower of blessings in Juba as it starts pouring down. Fans, of course, are taking refuge on the sides of the pitch. Meanwhile, players are pushing on, trying to make sure they get maximum results in this very particular game. Throwing for Jau City. It's a long one. Captain, what can he do? Man on. Beat his man, but of course dispossessed. Ngulawa beautifully does that. Beats one. What can he do? Can he keep the ball in play? Beats another one. Dispossessed. But of course, possession one back for Ngulawa. Just at the edge of the area. Can he shoot? Opportunity for Ngulawa to get an equalizer. Taken away by the goalkeeper. Has a touch. Unfortunately, for Ngulawa, they have not yielded anything from that beautiful counter right there. But of course, I think that was great display of skill right there. Maneuvering through players, beating approximately 3 players before passing into the final third. It was, of course, with the help of goalkeeper Daniel Duang that denied Ngulawa an equalizing goal in this very particular encounter. But Jau City still in the lead, 1-0, scored by Lual Gawang in the 16th minute. That's what the scoreline looks like right here at the Juba National Stadium. Out of play, poor control, Throw in for Murawa, taking quickly. Can he cross into the area? Opportunity. Crosses. Shoots! Terrible by the goalkeeper. And finally wins it. That is Daniel Duang. Great reflexes right there. Keeps his team up.
I think it's a very good one from that is Daniel Duang, the goalkeeper of Young FC, is really doing great. When you look at that move alone from that is none other than Stephen Jambo, putting on jersey chart number 7 for that is a team Angulua United. I think it was really a good one. It's only that the touch was not all that okay, and perhaps the goalkeeper Daniel Duang also was in his right position to take over the ball, and I think one player who is trying to do also the best in the name of that is Felan Knight Ambrose, putting on jersey number 8 for Gulwa United, is trying also to press other to make sure that at least they got a consolation goal or they equalize the game before the end of the first half.
Daniel Duang, of course, coming out to the rescue yet again. Sends in a very long one, and it's controlled by his teammate Jao City, looking for the second ball into the final third, cleared away from Murawa. It's controlled, and this could be dangerous. Jao City wins possession right away, running it down the left flank. Of course, Kumunyaki trying to make sure he gets a Naji Hamdan in place before he can launch. That is a cross into the final third, but that has not worked so far. But lucky enough, they win. That is a throw-in. It's a long one right there. Goes all the way. It's going to be a goal kick for Ngulawa. Ngulawa dispossessed. What can Chelsea do? Is a long one right there. Can he get it? Yes, he does. Keeps it in place. It's a long one right there. Could be dangerous for Ongulawa. A goalkeeper comes out. Head of Guza takes it right there. A little bit hesitated, but of course, fortunate enough to not have conceded. I think there should be a lot of tactical switches for Ongulawa before they are able to match, and that is Jao City in as far as this game is concerned.
There are a lot of things perhaps that they need to do. That's in the team of Ngulwa. Perhaps if the first half ended like this, and then they have to go back to the dressing room and work on some other things to make sure that at least they come and overtake one team in the name of Joang City in the second half of the game. But perhaps as things still stand, anything can happen into this game. Perhaps Ngulwa might maybe get an equalizer into this game. There was a nice move by that is one player in the name of Emmanuel Emma, and but it wasn't all that okay for him because the goalkeeper of that is Joang City come in to that is the rescue of the ball. Perhaps I think both teams are trying to get up, but team Angulwa is trying to show up that they can get something out of this game.
And ladies and gentlemen, there comes the equalizer. Murawa, of course, with a salute right there from the man that is John Balish. He salutes his teammate, who of course had a hand in getting the ball behind the goalkeeper right there. And not so much you could say about that, but of course the deed has been done, and of course we are level at 1-1 right here at Juba National Stadium. Murawa 1, Jao City 1. I mean, that was very tricky, but it has gone in 1-1.
I think there was a kind of a mistake that was done by that is none other than the first goal scorer for that is Joang, that is Lual Garang, because from how the ball come in from his flank, it was really him that was supposed to protect his position and make sure that should not allow his opponent to enter in the thin box with the ball. But all in all, it is Gulwa United and they deserve what they have got.
But of course, action packed right here. Here comes Jao City, who are looking to reclaim the lead. I don't know what the goalkeeper is trying to do with that. But of course, Ifane claims the ball and starts it right away. It's a long one. It's a touch from the midfielder, but of course still being contested for. This could be dangerous. Try to clear and finally getting the ball out of the danger zone. Now Ngulawa finally growing into the game, trying to maintain position and pass the ball here. This could be an opportunity. Can he keep in play? Not quite. Goal kick for Jau City. Well, the downpours seem a little bit more than expected, and we've seen fans of course taking refuge. I think for as long as there's no storm that comes with the rain, the game is going to continue. Jau City, it's a long one, beautifully done. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does, but of course dispossessed. Murawa trying to utilize the tiny spaces. Another clearance right there for Jau City. Throw in for Ngulawa. Emirates in the South Sudan Premier League, we had complaints about the heat. Right now in the Zain South Sudan Cup, it looks like the opposite is happening. I mean, do you think this could play a role in making sure, like, the teams perform to the expectations as opposed to too much heat?
I think that's one factor that is going to be very important for that is the teams that are taking part in the South Sudan National Cup, because when you look at the heat in the course of the kicked off of that is the South Sudan Premier League, it was not an easy one coming in for early kickoff at 1:30, and even games that were played at 4, you will still experience the heat, and perhaps it might help some of these teams that are coming from their state and the countries, because when you look at in some of the region of the country, it is not, the heat waves is not much as like it is in the city, and I think with this change of weather, I think it is really going to help so much. If it continues like this, it might help this at the same time the teams that are participating in the National South Sudan Cup, the Premier League, because the Premier League is just only a matter of 48 hours to the second leg returning, and also perhaps on the 31st the Women's National League that is going to kick off. I think it's really going to be a good advantage for some of the teams that are participating in all these categories of leagues.
Of course, getting the ball into the area yet again for Murawa. And now Jau City trying to look shaky. They are fighting for their dear lives. Beats one, beats another one. Pass the ball down the left. Can he cross that ball? He pulls the trigger, doesn't release it. Shot! Deflected. And of course, assistant referee swings into action. Raises the flag, of course, for an offside. But referee yet to make amends for that. And finally, referee makes the call. Offside. A restart to the game will be by Jau City. It's a long one. Finds 3 Murawa players awaiting the claim position. And here could be an opportunity to make an attempt at a goal. Dispossessed. What can Jau City do? Beats one. He's making the run down the left. Can he keep it in play? He's dispossessed. Murawa now trying to launch an attack of their own. Taken away. Jau City. Just around the center circle. They have possession. Beats one, beats two. Takes a swipe at the ball. It's a long one down the left. Can he get the ball for the defender? Slips. But of course, lucky enough to get the ball out of the danger zone. It's going to be a throw in for that is Mulawa.
A very good one, but some players have already started calling for a team doctors, which to me it will not be all that okay. And the player, it's really I think also sometime with the rain also maybe it might contribute also into this. And the player was in the name of Justin that went down. But all in all, looking into this game, I think Gulwa is trying now to overcome one thing in the name of that is Jau City, because the way out they are now playing, they are possessing, you really know that yeah, they are trying to do something. Before, when the game started, it looks like they were still studying the way how their opponent are moving, and perhaps now they have already get to realize what is really needed from them, and they are ready to deliver, they are ready to do it. So I think perhaps if they continue like this in that's the second half, because perhaps now we are coming to the toward the end of the first half of the game, perhaps in the second half they really need to do something in this.
Well, of course, both teams are blessed with opportunities in this first half, but of course, they haven't really been very clinical in the final third, and that could really prove very difficult, especially now with the rain. Beautiful kept in play. This could be an opportunity for goes down. There should be a penalty call. Referee says nothing, waves it off. It's going to be a corner kick for Ngulawa. Dangerously swung in right there, but of course, are fortunate enough to have gotten away with it. Jao City with about 8 defenders in the area defending. Here comes a long delivery. Daniel Duang claims it for Jao City. Takes us over the ball. They will be dangerous. Taking out the danger zone. Throw in for Jao City. Contact made. Referee trying to make sure the players are fit and okay to continue with the play before a throw-in is taken. But yes, medics called into the pitch. And somehow, I think the rain is a little bit thick, and this is affecting the speed of the ball on the turf. If you looked at the previous counter by Ngulawa, on a normal day, the ball should have simply rolled out of play, but of course, because of the water, sort of kept the ball in play.
I think that's why it's always very important for some of these teams to always have some friendly matches or games in that's to really get to used to playing in that the artificial turf, because now this is the disadvantage of it. Sometimes when it rains like this, it will always be a problem for you to control a ball, even to pass a ball, because with the water the ground will be at least catching like ball, and passing ball will be always very heavy. At the same time, boot will be heavy. I think this is also one thing that is going to affect some of this team, because I understand some of them did not come early to Juba. Some of them just came like Gulwa United just arrived Juba. That was on a Sunday evening, which to me I think it was not all that okay for them. And perhaps also looking at some of these teams, they are doing their practice in neutral ground, which are really not really safety for them, because they are coming to play on artificial. So it's really going to disturb them so much, but I think with time they will get used to.
Well, for someone who just tuning into this very particular live stream, it is Ngulawa 1, Jao City 1. Goals scored for Ngulawa by Allison, and of course for Jao City by Lual. Now here comes Ngulawa. Before passes, it could be an opportunity to make it 2. Taken away by the goalkeeper Daniel Duang. Slips off his hand, but finally claims it. Takes a long one right there, trying to find Naji Hamdan. That is a schoolboy mistake, but of course he's got himself covered by his teammate, and this is why it is always very important to have a self-aware and great positioning skills as a centre back. That should have costed the team, but of course his cover was clean, and as such Jao City will settle for a throw-in down the right flank. As of course you get to watch these games, it is very important you get yourself a Zain SIM card, because there's so many opportunities that will come along with having a Zain SIM card, including getting, of course, data packages at the cheapest rates possible, making those non-stop calls. Get yourself that Zain SIM card today and be part of a wonderful world. Ngulawa trying to launch an attack, but of course Daniel Duang comes all the way to the edge of the box to claim possession back for that is Jao City. He is wasting time, though they are not in the lead, and that tells you perhaps there's so much pressure on them, and that they can't, of course, simply look to get a pass. That is Ngulawa. That could be one of the reasons as to why you think they are deploying the delayment tactics. Mulawa will have to throw for a throw in right about there. So quickly from the number 8. What can they do? Beats one, beats another one, find dispossessed. Jao City trying to break out of their own area. Can they launch a proper counter attack and get back in the lead? Beats one, opportunity to pass the ball. Can he do? He fails to pass the ball, and of course goes the way down. Referee says that is going to be a free kick for the East Jao City.
I think it was really a good move from that's one player in the name of that is Deng Deng who was just brought down by that is Justin of Angola United. And perhaps I think they have already started realizing where they are having a much of their errors, and perhaps those errors will cause them a problem, but they still have some great opportunity that they're trying to create in that is at the edge of the Ethernet box of that's a team in the name of Angulua United. At the same time also Angulua United is trying to work hard to make sure that no, they cannot concede a late goal in that's toward the first half of the game, but they are really doing a great.
Angulawa trying to launch an attack right here. This could be a very fruitful one, but of course unfortunately it's taken away with the first touch. Here comes Jao City. Beats one, properly does it. Sends the opponent begging on the grass. Of course, goalkeeper watching. And of course, finally gets out of the comfort zone and wins it for Angulawa. Of course, the downpour is a little bit reducing. And that tells you second half should be even more electrifying. Beautiful tackle right there to win possession back for Jao City from Angulawa, who were of course on an accelerating counter attack down the right flank now. They've not been using that side so very much, but Jao City could look dangerously healthy on that flank, especially with the schoolboy mistakes being made by the left back of Angulawa in the last few minutes. Mulawa trying to get numbers back out of Plongoy, and that's going to be a throw in for Mulawa. Referee puts the game on hold as a player needs a treatment, and you know, these are some of the things that comes with not really being so very fit. I meant to understand some of these teams have really not been having those regular training since they got into the city, and that is going to prove difficult, especially for the first few games, but they should be able to catch up as games progress. Now, if you're someone that has not been following up with the draws and all of that, just know that the Zain Sudan Cup has, of course, 3 groups. Group A in Rumbek, Group B in Juba, and Group C in Rang. And of course, all these groups promise a lot of entertainment as champions from different local FAs and sub-local FAs have all a good opportunity to take it to the center stage to be able to represent their badges and that of their local and sub-local FAs in the world of football, especially with the fact that the winners of the South Sudan Cup will go on to represent the country at the Sekafa Kagame Cup. A new decision, but of course, I think could, prove exciting for some teams and not so very exciting, especially for the fact that previously the winner of the South Sudan Cup had to represent the country at the CAF Confederation Cup. I mean, looking at the switches and the difference in the two, which do you think is better?
I think when you look at the switches, to me, I think it's really not making anything here because we understand that yeah, it is a Premier League that has much value, but when you look at the South Sudan National Cup, it is a famous league. It has actually been there for a while. When you look at this is the 14th edition of the South Sudan National Cup. It started way back, and when you count it the years that it started, it really came from long time ago. So switching it like a winner should be representing the country in that is the Asikawa Kagame Cup. I think it's really perhaps might not favor some of the team because teams perhaps prefer playing in that is the CAF Confederation Cup we saw early last year. That's a team in the name of Jamus FC represented the country in that is the Confederation Cup. After winning it from Almeric FC of Bentiu. Perhaps changes happening this year around. It's really not going to be a good one for a team that will be competing in that the National South Sudan Cup. But you look at teams that are participating in that is the Premier League. Perhaps they might have a higher advantage of perhaps maybe progressing to that the CAF Champions League and the Confederation Cup. It's really going to be a good one because we have seen also now that it's only a winner of the South Sudan National League that will be crossing to that is the South Sudan Premier League. I think those changes, maybe perhaps someone might say that it is changes that could be happening from time to time, but we did not expect it to happen at this time around.
Goes, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to go for a break. The first 45 minutes have been laid to bed. And of course, it's going to be a few minutes of hibernating and tactical talks for both the teams. And final 45 minutes will decide which of the teams will carry advantage into the second round of the games which will be played at the Buluk Technical Center. In the comment room, my name is the Disco 211 and Brown Alex. We'll be going for a break. Be back in a bit. Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming you back for the final 45 minutes of the game. Players back in the beach, warming. Same could be said of the center referees as well. I think a little bit of a difference for the match officials. Seem like they have had the jerseys changed. But yes, the scoreline still remained 1-0 between Ngora and Jao City. Lual Garang scored for Jao City in the 16th minute. Meanwhile, Alison scored for Ngora in the 30th minute. Referee says game on, and of course it's going to be Jao City launching. That is an attack for the first, of course, for the last 45 minutes of the game. It's a brush off. That is for Ngora. Opportunity shot! Goes into the safe hands of the goalkeeper with so much ease. Ngora have the whole left flank open and free for them to move. They're trying to launch an attack, and of course it's all them in this particular side of the pitch. And find this process. Yes, Jao City, you have 3 men up front and 3 men for that is Ngulawa. Gets the ball, Cesar referee swings into action and says that's going to be an offside. Referee yet to make the call, and he does so. Alex, first 45 minutes entertaining at the very start, but of course got a little bit sloppy because of the rain in the final minutes of the first half. But yes, second half has begun, no rain, and it's cold. What do you expect in the next 40 or so minutes?
Yeah, we expect a lot to happen into this second half. The disco. When you look at the game itself alone, both teams have started with the same speed that they started with it early in the first half. But the first opportunity for that team in the name of that is Jao City was called off as an offside, and also the same thing. The first opportunity of the second half to that is Ngulwa United has also been called as an offside. I think both teams looks to be like they are trying to develop something, because when you look at Ngulwa, it might looks like they are trying to change their formation from the previous start that they started with, and perhaps we expect to see more from the team, perhaps from what we are seeing from 4-4-2-2, that is 4-3-3 information.
Well, referee brings Ngwewa's attack to an abrupt stop. A free kick is awarded to Jao City. What can they do? Passing the ball around just at the edge of the center circle. It's a long one swung right there, but of course deflected for that is Ngwewa. Can he clear before the attacker comes in? A collision, referee calls it a foul. Oh, and that is Naji Hamdan. It's going to be a free kick out to Ngwewa. Loads and piles of work to do for both sides. If this game ends in the draw, the second leg will be decided on which of the two would make it to the final phase of the competition, which of course will be having the giants from the local FAs, including Marik from Bentiu. You expect Jamus from Juba, Corium from Bor, you expect Atlabara from Ye, and all those other teams from the local FAs joining that very particular phase of the competition. You'd expect the best of the best from this very particular phase to be the one to make it that side. Otherwise, it could prove disastrous for any of these unprepared teams to face teams like Jamus.
It's really going to be a big disaster for them, because both teams actually look at the game of yesterday and today. It seems to be looking like some of these teams did not have enough preparation time. But when you look at some teams that are already into that the system, the likes of Nile City that has gone winning less in that the South Sudan Premier League first round. You look at Jamus Football Club, who are topping up at the league, and then you look at Corium, who are now in the 5th position in that the South Sudan Premier League. To me, I think it's really going to be a big disaster for some of these teams, more especially teams that is going to face up with the Jamus FC, either between Santumeri FC from Tekeka and that is a Kalvanica from Nimule. It's really going to be a big one for them. Tomorrow is going to be deciding the fate of that is Kalvanik or Santumeri will be the one to face. That's a team in the name of Jamus Football Club, all the way from Juba.
Of course, Angola with possession. It's a long pass down the left. and it's not kept in play. It's going to be a throw-in for that is Jao City. Of course, the action should be able to resume tomorrow. Calvanic and St. Mary's date should be brought to an end, as both teams will be taking the center stage at the Buluk Training Center, and of course, Duang claims it for that is Jao City. A proper attack from Ngulawa. Foul is called on that is Ngulawa player. Going to be a free kick forward to Jao City. It's a long delivery, cleared. And of course, 3 Jao City players around the ball. And of course, this could be an opportunity to pass it down the right. He delays, but the final makes the pass. What can he do? Opportunity, shoots! Goal! Yes! He saw a little bit of space, and he made sure he put the ball there, and he has put the team back in the lead again. 2-1 for Jao City. What a move and what a finish.
It's really a good finish, perhaps from that is Kumba Ayeki. That's putting on a jersey number shirt 11 for that is team Jao City. I think it was just a mistake from the defensive line of that team in the name of that is Ngulua United. Look at their team captain in the name of that is Ezekiel, who was there. They were about like 4 players that were on the box. Justin was there in the box, and then you look at a player in the name of Fenin Knight. Ambrose was also in the box, and one player in the name of Dura, that's Dura Charles, was also there in the edge of the 18 box. They will have been the very players to protect their goalkeeper, that is Malish, because there was no way out for him to dive up with the ball. But all in all, it is a good one for that is Jao City, taking the lead in the second half over the game. Just in less than 10 minutes played into the game, and they have already taken the league against that is Ngulua United. I think it's really a good one for that is a team Jao City.
Well, Guza, a little bit of composure in the team, trying to pass the ball around and make those progressive runs. It's a long one down the left, and of course deflected by a defender, and it's gotten out of the danger zone. But yes, Jao City is everywhere. They get a final touch on the ball, goes to the play, throw in for Ngulawa. Ngulawa. It's a long throw right there into the opposition half, but a lot of work to do to get the ball into the danger zone. And of course, you already see there are about 3 men in that back line are waiting for clearance right about there. But of course, center referee swings into action and calls that is a foul on Ngulawa. Goes the opposite way. Jao City in their very own half are pushing the players up front. It's a long delivery, very poor one by the way, and this could prove dangerous. An opportunity for Ngulawa to get amends, get into the area, opportunity shoot, punched away by the goalkeeper, and that will be a corner kick for Ngulawa. I think he had the space to still continue with the run, but he decided, he was going to take the shot, and that has not yielded. Poor decision for me. What do you think?
I think it was a very good move from that is Jumbo, putting on jersey number 8 for that is team Ngulua United, but it was a very good stopper from that is none other than Daniel, which to me I think he might be someone who has really rescued a team in the name of Jao City in all aspects of the game from the first half up to now. He's still doing his job, because otherwise if it was to be another goalkeeper else, I think by now Jumbo will have been celebrating their equalizing goal for that team Ngulua United.
Well, of course, Daniel Duang should be one of those players contesting for that is man of the match honors in this very particular game. He has made critical saves for Jao City, and for now he will be attended to. Seems like there was a little bit of collision in that aerial duel right there, as Ngulawa looking for men trying to get back into the game. They went down in the 16th minute, they leveled matters in the 30th, and now they have gone down yet again. Could be a rough patch, but of course they are not strangers to that patch. They've been there earlier on, and you think this could be another one of those journeys that look very, very familiar. Well, of course, a few minutes will be taken off that very particular one. But yes, as we get to wait for the resumption of action, do not forget this league, this competition rather, is proudly brought to you by Zain South Sudan. They are the best telecommunication company in the country. You can enjoy a variety of services that is with Zain South Sudan. But first things first, you need to get yourself a SIM card and get it registered, and then you can dive into the pool of options you can select from. And there are, of course, competitions which are carried out where you could stand an opportunity to win up to 10 million South Sudanese pounds. So yes, do not be left behind. The good message has been delivered to you. You should do the necessary things, which of course includes getting a SIM card and getting it registered. And not tomorrow, you could do that today. If you don't know where to get them, Zain has shops across the city and country. But yes, to make matters simple, you could come to the stadium, right here at Juba National Stadium. As long as you have your ID, you could get yourself that Zain SIM card registered. Here comes Jao City trying to push into the danger zone. But of course, Angola say, do not enter the forbidden area, make clearance. What can you do? Dispossess right away. Jao City dispossessed. That's Mulawa with the pass down the left flank. Beautifully does it, beats his opponent. And of course, Jao City are having a little bit of a party right here. Getting into, of course, the opposition area. They have won themselves, that is a throw in. Throw in for Jao City. What can they do? Can he make the cross? Dispossessed. Mulawa with possession now in their own half. Can they keep it in play? Not quite. Bogo got to play. Throw in for that is Mulawa. Fans of Jao City are being active and loud, and I think that is really playing a very big role in keeping the players motivated and running.
I think it's really a good thing. You know, fans are always behind the motive of a player. For a player to deliver good performance in the pitch, to deliver a better result for a team, it's all about the fans base. If the fans are always there behind the team, then you expect the team to have one of the best result always and always, and that's what we are trying to see now happening in around the stadium, because both team has their fans that travel all the way from their places to come and give their support to the boys, and I think that's the love that we always preach in football. Whenever there is a football game with the fans, it makes the players get that much motivation of having a good performance, and perhaps if they get a result today, the result is all going to that is their fans, because they will be dedicating the win to their fans that travel all the way from very far to come and support them.
A throw in for Jao City, who are in a 2-1 lead. A throw in for the team, keeping it in play, but of course the opponents have a different idea of how it should go. It's a throw in for Jao City. Players encroaching into the forbidden area. It's a long one, clear away from the danger zone, not far for as such, and there comes the clearance. Throw in for Jao City. Throw in second to the middle of the pitch. Clearance for Mulawa. Beautifully controlled. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can do that. Back heels the ball. Gets his teammate. But of course, no options to pass the ball to. And he's dispossessed. Now here comes Jao City. It's a big one down the right. And it's deflected out of play. Throw in for Jao City. Jao City with the throw. It's a short one just to the center of the pitch. Throw back down the left. What can they do? Can he go back home? Places the pass into the path of his opponent. It's a Lomoraya, 2 against 2. Can Ngulawa get there before the opponents? Well, it's going to be a throw in for Jao City. Protected his ball with all he had. It's a long throw for that is Jao City. And of course, they have the possession now. What can they do? It's a beautiful pass right here. This could be dangerous for Ngulawa. Beats one, goes down. The referee says there's nothing to contest for. Ngulawa now with the possession. Not so many white jerseys up front. It's taken away immediately for Jao City. It's an opportunity. Runs around. And of course, Jao City now running wild up against that is Ngulawa. This could be dangerous. About 4 players of Jao City are waiting to, of course, put the game to bed. But of course, a long clearance from the goalkeeper. And there's a contest for Jao City. Win it immediately. 3 players in an outside position. And of course, taken away by the, of course, striker. An offside call right there from the assistant referee. I would say that's the right call, 100%.
I think that was actually a slight mistake by the goalkeeper because he let the ball to come and first hit at the ground and then run into the ball, and that which has caused him now because he has already gone down and even he has already called for a substitution. That means he might not go back again to the pitch. Because he has already called for substitution, but the team doctors are attending to him. Maybe perhaps he might get back to his feet. But all in all, the second half of the second half of the game started just some 15 minutes ago. But now you look at both theme. To me, I still feel like one thing in of Ngulwa United is not all that is still settled defensively. They are not yet settled. But in the midfield, they are still doing great. From the flank and up front, they are really doing great. But their defensive, really, it's really a big thing that they really need to work on. For that's a team in the name of Jao City. They are really trying their level best to make sure that they get themselves into involving in another third goal, perhaps that will give them an advantage ahead of the returning leg on Thursday. So it's really something which they are looking into, and perhaps if they put much effort, and then they might be succeeding in whatever that they are looking to get a result that they're looking for today to give them a higher advantage in the returning leg. I think they might get it if they are really serious into what they are looking to achieve.
Well, of course, a substitution is definitely going to happen right here for Ngulawa. Looks like the goalkeeper is injured. I think this is probably one of the reasons as to why there was a little bit of hesitation and second guessing on swinging into action. Was waiting on the substitution to be complete and restart to the game, and that should and finally the substitution is made. Ngulawa have a new goalkeeper. Let's see what this will bring to the team and what difference will it make. They still trail, that is Jao City. Well, fans are going wild and starting a mini party that is for Jao City. This is definitely going to be a very long ride for Ngulawa, especially with the backing from the fans for Jao City.
It's really a kind of perhaps maybe we might see what will be coming out of the newly substitute a goalkeeper that has just come in because Malaysia was doing great. Maybe it is also might say that this one is also going to deliver the same like what Malaysia did, but all in all, it is going to depend on what the players are going to be doing in the pitch, more especially the players of City, and that is the defenders of that is a team Ankolua United. But all in all, it is really a very good game that it's very hard to see who really will walk away. Though one team in the name of Joanna City is leading by 2 goals to 1, but it is still not determining whether they have already picked something or they are not yet.
Well, of course, the anticipation and curiosity is what makes this game of football beautiful. When you expect your team to go all out and get results, that brings in the fighting spirit for your players. Same thing applies to your opponents. They always have certain goals and standards set for a particular game. I mean, it brings out the very best out of everyone. And that is one thing everybody should be looking forward to, especially for the second legs, the return legs, which will be played at the Buluk Technical Center. It should bring in a lot of anxiety for both teams and the fans, because that could be the decider on who makes it to the next round and who packs and goes back home. Well, fair play. Daniel is given the ball by the center referee, and of course he is not in a rush to claim it. Finally goes down, says Habibi, it's called today, let me relax. Comes it down, a long one from Daniel, of course headed by that is Malawi United central defender. It's brushed back, and of course finally out of the danger zone, beautifully flicks the ball past one player, and of course a switch tackle right there, clear the ball back in. If he can keep, this could be dangerous for Malawi United. What can Chelsea do? Can he cross that ball? He shoots right up, taken out by the goalkeeper before he does, but I think there was a lot of procrastination from the winger. Should he have gotten that ball and raised into the area, should have forced, that is Mulawa, to create space for him to make decisions. Now here comes Mulawa United, a cross, deflected and taken away by Daniel Duang. Beautifully does it right there.
It's a really a good one by that is Daniel Duang, and perhaps it was also a very good move for that is a team Angoloa United, and perhaps this game looks to be too critical in terms of its display and the movement of the players. Both teams are fighting harder to make sure that they get something, and perhaps I think it might be one of the good thing for both a team if they continue with the same fighting spirit. I think it is really not going to be an easy one. Maybe at the end of the day, in the returning leg of the game, we might end up seeing both teams going in for penalty, but it's also going to determine on that is the away goals rules in that's the returning leg of the match, which is going to be on Thursday at the Buluk Center. But for now, the result is still 50-50 for both sides. Maybe any can turn the result. We saw what happened yesterday in the game that played yesterday between Kalivanic and Santumiri FC, on how things turned yesterday in that the second half, whereby there was no goal yesterday that was scored in the second half of the game. The 5 goals that was scored in the second half, or in the first half, was all that enough needed in a win for that is a Kalivanic yesterday.
It was a little bit of a worry, especially for me. I think Jao City have a lot of pacey players, and that has, instead of playing a positive advantage to them, it has gotten the team caught offside 4 times. Another offside, that makes it 5, while Mulawa is yet to be caught offside. And that right there should be a worry for any coach that pays attention to every kind of details.
I think that's why also they really need to focus in a match. That means Inter, that's their flanks are not all that doing the work that they're supposed to do. Because when you look at a team that has many offside as many as it is, so that means the team is trying to create opportunities to make sure that at least they got something. But the one that are not creating opportunities, it will always be a very hard one for them. That's what we are trying to see that is happening. Gulwa is not trying to create opportunities, but they are trying to do something that I really don't know whether they are trying to develop something of playing from the back and going on a counter is what we are here to really identify and know what is their game plan really. But I really see it's really a tough game. That's what I can just say about this game. Though one is a losing, but it's really a tough one for both sides.
Liverpool is Jao City, who are in the lead, are trying to counter attack right here. Liverpool is dispossessed, and the attack now goes the opposite direction. It's Mulawa United with the ball, and of course a pass into the final third goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, who of course claims it with so much ease, and zero pressure at all. Says pressure is for the tires. Let me handle this. It's a long one against three. Can Mulawa clear that before it becomes Dressers? Not really. Claims it, goes down. That could be a free kick. Yes, referee calls it, and this could be dangerous for Mulawa United. This is a very nice position, by the way. We saw yesterday St. Mary's FC of Terkeka had a set piece like this, and they utilized it, sent it right into the top right corner to get them level, for the second goal. Now I think for teams like this to be able to utilize set pieces brings me a lot of hope that when the final phase of the competition gets underway, we should be expecting a lot of drama and a lot of action-packed, moments, especially from the set pieces. I think there's so much of improvement in these areas.
I think it is too dangerous. It is the same. The first goal that they concede in that is the game. That is Angulua. It was the kind of the same position, and it is the same player again. That's none other than Justin who brought Boni Juma down. And Boni Juma looks to be like a player who is really giving hard time to the defensive line over, that is Angulua. And I think perhaps it's really something that they need to look into, because any card for him, it is really going to affect the team in that the returning leg over the game, because now currently is perhaps going to be leaving a big gap in his position, and which is not going to be favoring the coach of that is Angolua United. But also it is very hard to stop none other than Boni Juma from delivering him and Kumboyeki. They are really trying to do great for that team, Jao City.
Well, Jao City trying to be minutes right here. Three players in the opposition half trying to pass the ball around, and of course finally dispossessed. Mulawa United trying to get out of the tiny corner they've been placed into. Can they do that? Not quite. They're dispossessed right away. Jao City with the opportunity, launching a count on the left. Beat hard man to beat. He beats his man. Can he cross? Yes, three players waiting. Cross! Taken away by the defender. And of course, goalkeeper swings into action and claims it for Mulawa United. A lot of reimbursements that is in the attack for Jao City, and I think it's paying dividends. Throwing for Jao City. It's a long one right there. Brushed up front. Another play. Throw in for Mulawa United. Well, as you get to enjoy all the action, don't you forget Zain South Sudan, the sole sponsor of this very particular cup, and of course it deserves all of that. An opportunity for Mulawa United. Duang uses this opportunity to keep that is Mulawa United at bay, claims it and takes it into play immediately. Opportunity, flicks it, dispossessed, and of course Mulawa United trying to get out of the zone, but this is going to prove very difficult. Beats one, beats two. It's a long one right there, and that should go straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. So much ease right there. But of course, a lot of second balls being won right away for that is Jao City at their back at the middle of the pitch. They have the person back already, having won that one. tussled off the ball. And of course, they get in. Second ball, one again. That is Jao City. It's going to be a dangerous one. Long counter. Can the goalkeeper get up to the comfort zone? Yes, he does. And claims a possession for Ngulawa United. Rolls it down the right. Passes it into the middle of the park. Back home. What can he do? It's a long one. And this could be dangerous. This could be an opportunity to equalize for Ngulawa. Can he shoot? Goalkeeper in the area. Goal! Yes, that is it. We are back leveled at the Juba National Stadium. Ngulawa have capitalized on a schoolboy mistake from that is Jao City. A player slipped and of course opened the space for Ngulawa. Goalkeeper Duran came out trying to make amends, and that wasn't quite enough as Ngulawa United are back leveled. It is 2-2.
Yes, I think it is just a mistake from that player, jersey number 4, that is Mayita, who was really in that position because he overlapped and decided to leave that opportunity to that player over, that is Ngulawa United, to just overtake it, and he did not waste it by just using his brain and mind, just tap the ball, take the ball above the goalkeeper, and the ball just goes in. And perhaps now they have brought the game back into the real life, because before, when it was Jao City that was leading, then Ngulawa was not having a hope of coming back and at least get something. But they have really shown the team spirit and the fighting spirit that they are ready to do something. Their fighting alone has delivered for them what they need. In the other side, the combination of that is one player of Niger, one that is Kumboyeki, and Boni. They are really doing a great in front for that is Jao City, which to me I really think yeah, if they can continue like this, then they might be good players in the future for that is the team.
Well, of course, quick switch of dynamics. Road towards Jao City pressing, that is Ngulawa. And now tables have turned. Ngulawa is trying to press, that is Jao City, trying to make sure they are pushed into a corner. And advantage is taken off now. Here's an opportunity for Jao City to break into the area. Can he cross? There's a player waiting. Opportunity to make it 3. Can he shoot? Go! Oh my goodness, he misses the target. How did he miss that?
And I think this is where they are going to regret toward the end of the game. In the 90 minutes, they will regret, and that was a waste of a opportunity from that is none other than Kombo Hiki, the team captain of that is John, because he has already taken everything. He took Justin somewhere and said that, Justin, can you first go to Mundri and come back? And then the goalkeeper was the second person that he was going to send out, but he ended up taking the ball up, but really is really going to regret of that. We have seen their coach even going on knee. He was ready to celebrate, but at the end of it, he went on being disappointed by taking the ball up.
Well, putting too much energy behind the ball, just had it going wide a couple of inches, and of course score line is 2-2. Ngulawa now trying to do a little bit of footing here and there, and just trying to, you know, live on each and every single passing second of the game. Ngulawa, who to me I think have been pretty much the better team in the second half, have sort of lost a little bit of balance, especially with that mistake. But let's see if they are going to be able to compose and get back on their foot, just like they've done in the previous minutes of the second half. Throw in for Ngulawa United. It's a long one. Headed back into the middle of the park, goes out, throw in for Ngulawa United. Of course, trying to get the ball just at the edge of the area. What can he do? Dispossessed. This could be another chance to make a run at Ngulawa United. Jao City having it just down the left. Sends it in, but of course the control is a poor one. Goes all the way begging. It's taken by Ngulawa United. Across into the area. Missed again. This could be dangerous. Opportunity. Can he shoot? Taken away by Daniel. Well, a lot of defensive errors for that is Justin in the back. But of course, Daniel has been making amends. He's a long one right here. 2 against 4. What can they do? Jausi with the possession. Now there's an opportunity to cross right here. Doesn't cross. And then finally crosses. Opportunity to shoot. Can he shoot? Very far from target. And of course it's cleared. Not far. Ngulawa are fighting to hold him back. And Jau City are trying to get back into the lead for the 3rd time. It's finally a cross. Offside. Offside. It is started quickly. No time to waste. Ngulawa. Here's Jau City. They have claimed possession immediately. Beats one. Getting into a crowd of legs. Offside. For a player that plays at such a level, you think should be able to understand the dynamics of attacking. You've seen about 4 players, the 2 centre back, the right back, joined by the holding midfielder, just at the edge of the area. And instead of going sideways, you decide to run into where the players are. I wonder what idea he had at the back of his mind, but that definitely has not yielded any fruits at all. Now Ngulawa trying to launch attack, but of course it's a very long ball and goes all the way into the hands of Daniel. Takes a long one. Clearance for Ngulawa United. Back in their very own half. Now opportunity. It's blocked. Jau City now with the possession. It's a long one out front. That could have been dangerous. Should he have just had the touch on it. Now Ngulawa with possession. Can he send it down the left? No, he goes right. And this could be an opportunity to make amends. Can he get into the area before a cross? Can he cross? Can he cross? He tries to beat the man. But of course, his one has proved tough. And of course, he has not been able to cross. Now, here comes the cross. It's a long one. Poor one right there. And of course, goes for a goal kick for Jau City. Duang for Jau City. Takes a long one. Just into the center circle. And of course, Ngulawa have all the possession. It's a long one. And cleared. Chases the ball down. And it's a run. It's 2 against 3. Ngulawa get the ball off the danger zone, but of course can keep it in play. Throw in for Jau City. How quick can they start? Yes, it started already. Can they bring the ball into the area? Here comes a cross. It's a low ball, cleared away from danger zone, but taken away immediately for Jau City. Pass, a poor one, gives it away straight to Ngulawa. Now it's 2 against 4. Beautifully does it, and of course send it out of play. That's going to be a throw in for that is Ngulawa United. A throw in. A long one. Sent back by an out. It's a long one in. Headed out of the danger zone. Ngulawa has 3 players awaiting to receive. Sends it down the right. Can he cross that ball? He has a long cross. Goes into the hands of the goalkeeper, Daniel. You think that right there should have been a shot, not a cross, rather?
I think that was not a kind of a ball that you can take on a cross. It was just an opportunity of just shooting the ball. But it wasn't all that what anyone expected. That's why it's always a big role for coaches and the fitness coaches to always teach the players on what to do on the pitch when they get such kind of an opportunity, which position that they can shoot and which position where they reach they can able to cross. So I think there's a lot of work need to be done by the technical team of both our teams, because when you look at the teams alone, what they are doing, you really feel like they are lacking a lot of things. One is lack of proper training, and perhaps if they can pick up from here today, it is one thing that they need really to work on it, to make sure that they work on the personal fitness over the players, to work on how the players movement should always be in the pitch, when touching the ball, when crossing the ball, when approaching the opponent opposition box. It is one thing that they always need to work on it, to make sure that at least they have a quality deliverance in their teams, they have a quality passes, they have a quality ball movement and everything. But if they are not doing that, then it will always be a taboo for some of these themes to get whatever that they need. That's why you look at some of these players, when they reach at the 18th box, they don't have one decision to make: where to shoot the ball, where to cross the ball, who to give the ball to. So it is one thing that they have been lacking so much. Defensive, while also the same thing. You look at both teams, it might be looking like some of these defenders doesn't have that collaboration in among themselves, because that's why you always see the other side have mistake, the same mistake also will be committed by the other side. So it's really on the other side of what type of training that the teams always have, and what type of things that they always does when they are going for their training. It's really going to be a lot of work need to be done from them. It is a process of learning, because coming to participate in the national league, that means they have already learned a lot of things. That is where they are going to be picking up from, and to make sure that at least they improve in whatever mistake that they have been doing. Whenever they go back, they will work on it, and then they will come back as a better team.
Well, don't you forget, late in the night, South Sudan will be in action against Sudan. And of course, there is an opportunity for the Bright Stars to, of course, get revenge on Sudan, having lost. That is the first game of the World Cup qualifiers right there. Juba National Stadium beats the goalkeeper, but of course an offside call on him right there. That's offside number 7 for that is Jao City. Well, of course, the opportunities they missed on should be haunting them right now. You can clearly see that is the team. Mulawa has settled, and that's going to prove very difficult to crack that very particular nut. But Jao City with position, delivering to the area. Can they make something out of the last few minutes of the game? It's a run down the left. Can he keep the ball in play? Not really. Out of play. Goal kick for Mulawa. Substitution for that is a Jao City. Of course, they're trying to bring as many fresh legs as possible. They want to take an advantage into the second leg, which of course I think is very important. A long delivery. Send back in. Well, keeping amends. And here comes Ngulawa. This could be another opportunity to get the lead now. Can they get into the area? Well, assistant referee swings into action and stops the play. It's going to be an offside. The first one that is on that is Ngulawa United in this game so far.
I think it's really quite a good one. First offside, that's 7 against 1. You might say that really they have really struggled even to get that one. But all in all, though they have not been caught offside in most of the counter that they had, but they have managed to score 2 goals with all that. And you look at a team in name of Jao City, who has almost 7 offside. They only managed to put only 2 at the back of the net. I think that's the difference that they're having. But all in all, offside is not all that much important. But what is much important here is the match result, is what both teams are fighting for. Perhaps leveling the matter today will be a good advantage for both sides. But also, in the other side, it is not going to be a good one for some of the team, because you look at Ngulwa. Ngulwa is a home team, and a team in the name of Joan City is the away team, which perhaps might be a very good advantage for them in that their returning leg on Thursday, and they will able to make sure that at least they should not concede a goal. At least, even though they score maybe a goal at their own at their own home, and then it might not be a good one for them. But if they let one team in Umufa, that is Angulwa, then it is going to be a tough one.
Well, 4 additional minutes to play for in this very particular game. It is 2-2 between Angulawa and, of course, City. Opportunity, but tapped by the goalkeeper. Saves the team from going down for the third time. You have to give him props for doing that very particular reflex right there. Long delivery from him. And, of course, Zain has amazing offers and services for you. Have opportunity to get a lead. Tapped on the crossbar, and they survive that scare. Well, of course, with Zain, you can win up to 10 million South Sudanese pounds through it, of course, reconnect and win big. With, of course, every connect and win big service, you just need to reactivate your Zain SIM card, recharge with only 5,000 South Sudanese pounds, and you could, of course, be the lucky winner of a massive 10 million South Sudanese pounds cash prize. Well, the question could be, who is eligible? For someone who doesn't know about this particular, of course, activity, it is very simple. Customers inactive since November 1st, 2024 are all eligible to participate in this very particular competition. Reactivate your SIM card today and stand a chance of winning up to 10 million South Sudanese pounds. And now here comes, that is Jao City. They win possession down the left and dispossessed right away by Ngulawa United. Now they get position. It's a long one down the left. Can they keep in play? Well, it's taken care of and handled by Ngulawa, not trying to make any mistakes. And of course, it's taken away, dispossessed 3 against 4. What can do? Controls it. Goes down. Referee says it's a penalty. It is a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the game decider. Another mistake for Ngulawa United in the 92nd minute of the game. Just 1 minute and a couple of seconds from full time. They are going to be hoping and wishing the goalkeeper comes out big and saves them from going down in this particular game. What a time to go down. Well, as we wait for the players to get back up and the penalty taken, I will continue to push the good news of Zain South Sudan. With Zain, you can flex any unit you buy. You can be a minute or MBs or SMS away being gifted. I mean, you can simply, that is, upload 3,600 units for only 36,450 SSP, which of course, if you do a breakdown, will be 1 unit at only 1 minute or 1 MB or 1 SMS. So many options for you to choose from, and Zain is trying to make sure you have the best of your time in this very particular wonderful world of technologies. We are for you to subscribe to the Flex 400 units monthly. It only goes at 7,425 SSP. Dial star 103 star 3 star 1 hash. Penalty 2. That is Jao City. 1 minute and a couple of seconds to play for. It is now the goalkeeper versus the attacker. The names of the teams will come right after the penalty is taken. Well, will Tower City take an advantage to the second leg? Or will the goalkeeper deny that? And we shall have a deadlock to a break. That is for the second leg to be played at the Buluka Technical Center on Thursday. Here's an opportunity for a win. Says, let me adjust my ball. Doesn't look so fit for me to score from there. Goalkeeper says, you know what, bring it on, I'm ready. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Goal! And that could be it. Only 1 minute and a couple of seconds to play for. And Juba City have taken the lead for the third time in this very particular game. Malwa United will only have themselves to blame for conceding a penalty in the 92nd minute.
I think I've really been seeing that coming in because their defenders and even the goalkeeper himself, they were not in a good position of controlling whatever that they can do to make sure that they maintain fouls from the 18-yard box, and indeed they have did it and they have caused it for themselves. Just in dying minutes, then you concede a penalty and you let your opponent to score. To now from leveling the matter, and now they have taken the lead. 3-2 is the score line, and to me I think really there's nothing here that Ngulwa FC can do. Maybe perhaps the only hope that they might have now is from the corner kick. If they can tap the ball at the back of the net, and then that is the only hope that they will have. But if they are not going to do that, and then they will have to say good night and wait until on that is Thursday to see what will be happening.
Well, here comes a corner kick. Long one and headed away from there. Combated right there, but of course goes wide. And ladies and gentlemen, the players and the fans of Juba City from Perian go wild as the referee blows the whistle. Full 90 minutes brought to a wrap. It is another 5-goal thriller right from Juba National Stadium. First game, 3-2 victory. Second game, 3-2 victory yet again. The same Sudan Cup promises nothing short of entertainment. It is going to be a party at Juba City and a lot of sorrow for that is Ngulwa United in as far as this game is concerned. So many highs and lows to talk about, and so many areas where you will have to hope that in the next encounter there should be better performances, especially at the back line for both the teams. I think that's where it's been leaky a little bit, but of course so many positives for both teams to pick from, especially for that is Juba City claiming a maximum results late in the game.
It is really a late one. No one expected that to happen, but it has happened. They always say that in a football, 90 minutes determine the result, whether you are a winner or you are a loser. And finally, one team in the name of Juba City has to say that Ngulwa, good night, go sleep well and relax and wait again for another warm-up and another rounds of the result on Thursday to determine who is going to face Nile City Football Club in between the two teams, that is Ngulwa and Juba City FC. And a game was really a great one for both teams. It was really had a good display. Both teams had that. Both coaches has played their roles. The referees has played their roles, and it is now the next task is the next exercise that is coming on Thursday, that both teams need to work hard to make sure that at least they get a result. It is now a time for the players to go and relax, work on their mistake, and the technical team too. They have a lot to do on that is on Thursday in the returning leg of the game.
Well,